Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It's Sunday, the 7th of February. We are into February. We've completed January. We are here, and it's a beautiful snowy Sunday. So I do hope you're making the most of it. This is something different. This is something unusual. So why not take advantage of it? Go out, go for a walk, have a snow fight, build a snowman, do whatever, go sledging, do something different, something that takes your mind off the day-to-day routine or the situation we're in, or even just look out the window and daydream of holidays and what's going to come in the future. But the snow will pass, COVID will pass, and we'll be back to face, hopefully before we know it, fingers crossed. But I hope you're all well. And just here to give you a quick reminder of what happened last week, what we were up to, and what we've got planned this week as well. Last week, another week of really busy classes, great attendance, really pleased with the commitment across the board, young and not so young. The energy in the classes has been really good as well. Obviously, we're coming closer to school half term. Our timetable will continue through half term, and I'll talk about half term later on, but we will be continuing as normal. So great attendance, great energy. We've been focusing quite a bit, we will be focusing quite a lot this month on speed, the concept of speed, how to apply speed, how to think fast, move fast, and put that into our martial arts training. So the students will be hearing us talk a lot about that. As well as lots of other things and bits and pieces, and I'll talk a little bit more about next week later on. We've also launched the 100k challenge that started last Monday, and I'm going to give you an update again just a little bit later on that, but a really positive response, so thank you for that. So last week, as I say, normal classes, that all went really well, and we're hoping for the same energy and commitment this week. We had a Friday Q&A on Instagram from Emily Calder, one of our junior instructors, and some really good questions and answers there as well. And so that will continue. So thank you for sending in your questions. If you're not on Instagram, do look us up, Matford S. Kent, and then jump on. It's just another platform that we share information and news and just a little bit of fun as well. We, as well as the concept of speed with our juniors, the philosophy for this month is our orange belt philosophy, and that's the 6 principles of a black belt. So we'll be talking about towards all of our juniors about that, and why we have those principles. What are those principles, those 6 principles, and what do they mean? You can find those on the website, on the Facebook group page as well. And so it would be a really good idea for juniors to learn those, and then we'll be talking through those in a little bit more detail, and most importantly, how to apply those and why having those sets you on a good path towards being a black belt as well. Okay, and as I said, the big one, the 100k challenge. Now, what was great is when I launched this and when I started talking to students about this in class, as soon as I mentioned that number, 100,000 kicks, jaws dropped, eyes widened, and they thought, oh, goodness me, how are we going to do this? But as a group, does seem a big number, but when you break it down, it is very achievable. And goodness me, we are absolutely smashing it. It's really good. I'm really excited to see how many of you are taking it up, which is wonderful. And another fantastic thing is who's taking part. So we've got mums, we've got dads, we've got brothers, we've got sisters, we've got cats taking part, everyone involved. And it really is a lot of fun. And it's great to see a little bit of competitive coming in, maybe a little bit of competitiveness between brothers and sisters or between mums and dads and so on. But that's been really great to see. So keep sending in those numbers. Just a quick reminder of those of you who haven't seen the information for whatever reason. The aim this month, us as a family, as the MF Kent family, is to complete 100,000 kicks in February. Just something different to do outside of classes, just something to focus on, take our mind off things. And the rules are really simple. Every kick must be completed against a pad or a pillow, so that means there must be contact. And it also means there must be someone holding it and counting. All of the kicks must be waist height or higher, so they can't be down at the ankles. You must put your foot down after every kick. I know some of you love to stick your leg in the air, just go bash, which is a wonderful skill. But for this one, you must hit the pad or pillow and back down to earth as well. And then if I can ask all mums and dads, if you can text me, message me, your daily total when you do them. And what I do is I update the total every day, and then I let everybody know. If the results come in, if your numbers come in a little bit later, don't worry, I'll just add them on to the next day. But they all do count, I promise you that. Let me know if you are taking part, obviously. If you want to give yourself a team name, that's fantastic. So as I say, it's just a little bit of fun. However, there is going to be, or there will be, a prize for the family and individual who does the most kicks in February, and I'll let you know about that towards the end of the month as well. But it's looking really, really good. It's getting competitive towards the top of that leaderboard. Halfway through the month, I might just let you know who's in the top 3 or top 5, and how we're getting on there as well. But some really, really great results. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing 10 kicks a day, 100 kicks a day, 1,000 kicks a day. Take part, join in, and it's just a little bit of practice as well. And our kicks will get better, and a little bit of fitness as well. So thanks for taking part in that. Really, really good to see. So that continues as well. So next week, say normal classes leading up to half term. Same schedule as normal. The Friday Q&A on Instagram is being taken over by Thomas Lower. He's one of our junior instructors from our Aylesford Mason classes, so he'll be taking that. We will be slowly ramping up our discussions about grading preparations for the end of March. That grading will continue, whether it's face-to-face, which we hope it will be, and or online as well. You may have known, those of you that took part in the December grading, we were able to offer both. So those that were comfortable coming face to face, fantastic, but we also did it online at the same time as well, and it worked really, really well. And the standard across the board was excellent. No dropping of standards or concentration or effort in that whatsoever. So we'll be ramping people up towards that grading, and that's the end of March, the 28th of March. Details are online as well. Okay, so that will continue. Just a little note on the school half term. So that's a week on Monday. Our class timetable will remain the same. Okay, but one thing we are offering is our junior and assistant instructor team. They have kindly, some of them have kindly offered to lay on a few some free extra sessions, and these will be held during the day, Monday to Friday, and today, probably tomorrow, I'm going to put up the timetable for that. There's not lots and lots of them, but they're just going to put down some small sessions, just working on specific things. So there might be a session on hand drill practice. There might be a session specifically on kickboxing drill practice. There might be a purely fitness-based session. So on the timetable that I put up, remember this is an additional timetable. This is not in replace of our normal classes. This is additional. This is extra that you are free to take part in. All the sessions will be just 30 minutes in length. Okay, so you're going to get into it straight away. You will be able to see what the topic title is and who it is aimed for, i.e. it might be for Mighty Mats, our 3 to 6 year olds. It might be just for juniors, our 7 to 11 year olds, or it might be aimed towards our older students, so 12 years and above, and you'll be able to see the details on that. You don't need to register on that, just turn up. It will be the same Zoom details and login details as the classes. So just to reiterate, you do not need to register for those, and it is not in a replacement of our normal classes. This is in addition. Okay, and it's wonderful of our junior instructor team to do that. And just while it's half term and we've all got a little bit of extra time perhaps, and just focusing a little bit on specific skills and drills as well. Okay, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be for the school half term. You can do it throughout February, but perhaps half term is the ideal time to do it. If you want to invite some of your friends that you haven't seen for a little bit and you want to have a little bit of fun with them, show them some of your skills, get them involved, then do let us know and they can jump into the afternoon and evening Zoom classes. All we ask is that just let us know. We need to know some contact details, a little bit of information about them, and obviously when they're jumping in, and so we can send out the Zoom details to them as well. Okay, so that's the school half term, and then a couple of dates just leading, just moving forwards. Obviously, we've got the colour belt and panel grading end of March, 8th of March. It's not set in stone, but that is perhaps, as the government have been talking about, the starting of children going back to school, and fingers crossed that might be the start of things, moving in the right direction for us to be back face to face. Do we expect to be face to face on the 9th of March? Probably not, but things will start to be moving. We'll be planning, we'll be talking with venues, and as soon as we have details, we will get them out to you very, very quickly, as and when we will be back face to face. If it's in the tier system, then which is probably more than likely, we will still be offering that physical face-to-face class as well as the online option as we were doing before Christmas as well. So we will keep you posted on that, just to let you know. And then the third date I want to let you know about is the 18th of April. Mentioned it before. It's the Forms Seminar, Sunday the 18th of April. Held by Master Poplet, exceptional martial artist and very, very good at her forms and knows them inside out. And it will be an invaluable training session. If you are a black belt and you are not on that Zoom session, you are missing out. Okay, this is going to be a really, really important addition to your training, and I thoroughly recommend it. So I want to see as many black belts on that as possible. So that's the roundup. Go and enjoy the snow, wrap up warm. Well done on completing yet another week. So that's 5 weeks done. One more week and then it's school half term, and perhaps schedules can just relax a little bit. But I look forward to seeing you in our jam-packed classes full of energy and working towards those goals as well. So do take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.